All right, everybody, for this video, we're going to create a simple form that takes in a first name, and then it will display it in the header and in a couple other spots, and it will store it to the local storage. And we'll be using JavaScript to do that. Here I have a pretty basic layout, a couple of elements that I've already built in. What we're going to focus on here is adding in a simple form. So we're going to name this our website. And then in here, we're going to put some form tags. We don't need an action. Within the form, we're going to create a couple of div classes. One of them is going to be for remember, and the other one is going to be forget. And the function of forget will be to remove the user's first name from local storage. So within the remember class, we'll do a label for enter name and enter name. Here we'll do an input type of text, and we'll call that enter name. We'll also make it required. Here we'll also do another input for submit. This ID will be submit name. Value, say hi. Now down in the forget, and the forget will be a switch between the say hi and the forget, and this button will essentially strip it from the local storage. So in here we'll add a label, forget name, and we'll do another input. Type will be reset. Okay. So now we have the input and a say hi and then a forget name. Now currently, if I go to submit this, then it's going to give us a required. If I put in my first name, okay, it's going to submit the form. So the first thing we're going to do is set prevent default. So down in our JavaScript window, we'll keep this form visible. And then we can play down here in the JavaScript. First thing we're going to do is set a number of constants. So let's set remember me. And we're going to use the query selector method to pull that in from here. So document dot query selector. And then another one for the forget me. And that will pull in the variables from the forget class. Set the form. And we'll do the get name, submit button, and forget button. So get name, this is going to be the ID that you see up in your HTML for enter name. Then a submit button. And a forget button. Finally, we'll set a constant for the H1. And another constant for our greeting. Now we're going to set the form to prevent it from submitting when the button is pressed. We do that by adding an event listener onto the form itself. And now when we save this and we come over here and enter a name, and we try to submit it, it's not going to submit, it's not going to go anywhere. Next thing we'll do is run a function so that when the say hi button is clicked, for that we'll add a function. And what we're going to do here is we're going to store the name that's entered into web storage. And we do that by accessing local storage, set item. And the item that we're setting is the name. And we want to do get name, which is the item that we set up here. So get name dot value, which allows us to take in the value entered by the user. Then we're going to run a name display check to sort out displaying the personalized greeting and updating the form display. Now we're going to set the forget button. This is another click event. We'll run our function. Again, we're going to access local storage. This time, instead of set item, we're going to use the remove item method. And we are removing the name. And then again, we're going to run name display check. Now we're going to write the function for this name display check that we're calling in these event listeners up here. So function name display check. And this is a simple if statement. we're going to check if local storage get item has a name. If it has a name, then we're going to let the name equal local storage get item, and we want to pull in that name. And we're going to output that user input, okay, the name, as h1.textContent equals, we'll set that to a string literal welcome name. And we're also going to set our greeting here. If you remember, greeting is going to pass out information to the personal greeting up here, which is here. Okay, we'll keep this form in view here. So greeting.textContent equals string literal welcome to our website name. We hope you have fun while you are here. And we'll terminate that. So if there is a name and we're going to display that name, then we need to display the forget me, because that's the other option. So we'll set that to display block. And then we want to set remember me to display none. Otherwise, open a new code block. We want h1 to equal a simple generic message, welcome to our website. And the greeting welcome to our website. We hope you have fun while you are here. And now, in this case, we want to set the opposite of the forget me and remember me buttons. So forget me style.display equals none, and remember me style.display equals block. And in CodePen, or if you're using Chrome DevTools, you can go into the console and we can check to see what name is stored in local storage. So we do console.log local storage.get item name, and as you can see, it has my name displayed in there. So I hope this video helps. Before I forget, if I'd use the forget button, then it removes it. Okay, and if I refresh it, it has been removed. My name has been removed from local storage. So it's not going to come back unless I display a different name. And in this case, it maintains it until I forget it. So I hope this video helps. As always, please like and subscribe for more videos. We'll see you next time.